It is our duty to fight for our freedom. It is our duty to win. We must love each other and protect each other. We have nothing to lose but our chains. Assata Shakur. This is Adrienne Marie Brown, and you are listening to Red for Revolution, the audio drama. I invite you to travel across time for a multi-generational story of love and liberation. This episode contains adult content and features references to domestic violence. Listener discretion advised. For accessibility, transcripts are available at redforrevolution.com. Last episode, present day, Lorraine opened up to Jazmine about her history of substance abuse, inspiring a conversation about grace and self-acceptance. Meanwhile, back in the 70s, a younger Lorraine makes the same admission to Ella, inspiring a difficult impasse between the two. Our story continues.
My grandmother doesn't like talking about Lorraine's substance abuse. It's very triggering for her, and she doesn't use that word often or ever really, but I can tell because she starts getting impatient, she gets agitated and easily distracted whenever I probe her for details. I mean, since someone she loved so much struggled with substance abuse, I can only imagine the fears she has about history repeating itself. Which explains why she got so freaked out about the time she caught me and Adrienne smoking weed. She got so upset, and I've never in my life seen her that upset. She's never quick to become angry, especially not with me. Like, we usually keep things between us, but she even snitched and told my mother about the weed. For better or for worse, my mom was way more upset to learn that I'm queer. But hey, we love that she's destigmatizing marijuana. And if she can have a change of heart about substances, then hey, she may surprise everyone and accept me after all. But I am quite frustrated because Grandma has been dancing around the topic of Lorraine's substance problems. She says she isn't proud of the way she reacted to Lorraine's struggle with substance abuse. I guess that's something, but I'm gonna try to uncover more.
This is William Davis with news in detail from the BDNYC newsroom. Coming up tonight, September 15, 1971, are updates on the construction of Walt Disney World, jazz singer Lorraine Giovanni arrested, President Nixon visits his alma mater, and the official casualty count of the Attica prison riot. We'll cover all this and more on BDNY Radio.
Jazz singer Lorraine Giovanni was arrested last night on narcotics charges. She was released on bond this morning on her own recognizance.
Can't turn that radio off? I don't understand why you and Daddy leave it on all day just to listen to bad news.
I'm sorry to hear about your friend.
Don't be. Sitting in the cell will probably do her some good.
Oh, Ella. Now, what good has jail done for anybody?
Mommy, you don't understand. The woman is just so reckless.
People say the same thing about you. You know what I tell her?
What?
She sure is. And so am I. Lord.
Lorraine needs to wake up and see that the way she's living is no good for her.
The way she's living is no good for her. Oh, girl, you of all people should know better. Being locked up won't do anything for your friend. And neither will all this judging you doing. Good.
Why are you taking my drink? I'm not done with that.
It's not good to have liquor when you're upset. Oh, I'm not my best self when I'm worried.
What were you so worried about?
Lorraine and her habits started to make me feel
anxious?
Yes, that and so many things. But my mama was right. I needed to set all that aside because it wasn't helping either one of us.
Ugh, Grandma, your mom sounds really cool. Both of your parents do. I wish I could have met them.
Oh, and they would have loved to meet you. I remember they were so excited to meet Lorraine.
come in. Ella!
I want to introduce you to my parents. This is my mother Dolores and my father Howard.
It is so wonderful to meet you both.
They've been begging me to bring them to one of your shows.
You know you could have done that a long time ago.
We are a Lorraine Giovanni household, honey. After Dinah passed, we couldn't get Howard to play another record. She was his favorite. Then, you came along.
They know they can't get me to stop playing your records.
It's a bit of a problem.
Now, Ella, you know you listen to Lorraine just as much as your father. Miss Giovanni, my daughter, like me, doesn't care for many people, but she's taken a liking to you, and whoever Ella loves is family to us.
That is so sweet.
She means it. She bought you food that you won't even make for me.
Well, my dear, you only come over when you're feeling down and don't have an appetite. There's no point in slaving in the kitchen for you to let it go to waste.
You haven't been eating.
Oh, hey. I didn't mean to interrupt the party.
Sean, these are Ella's parents. They came to see the show. This is my man.
I'm Sean, Lorraine's fiancé.
You getting married?
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you. We're jumping the broom next month.
Next month?
You're a very lucky man.
Babe, could you show them to their seats? And pick out some good ones.
Oh, of course. Come with me.
You all go ahead. I'm going to use the restroom.
Your mother really cooked me an entire feast. If I eat this before the show, I won't be able to fit into my gown.
It's nice to see you back in the land of the free.
Well, I know what you're thinking, but I wasn't using that shit.
Somebody planted drugs on you?
I did buy it, and I wanted to use it, but I didn't. Then the police came, and you know what they do.
All right. You can't be out here getting yourself arrested. You saw what happened to Joanne.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Joanne. Happy birthday to you. I never thought I'd see her name on one of these.
You picked a real nice gravestone. Is that Joe's boyfriend and the baby?
Vincent?
Lorraine?
Vincent, it's so good to see you. Oh, my darling Suzanne. Oh, she's starting to look like JoJo, isn't she?
Lorraine, I've been meaning to thank you for everything you've done. Helping with the funeral and getting this headstone.
It's the least I could do. Y'all are family to me. I'm here to help y'all with whatever you need.
You mean that?
Of course.
I can't do this. I need help with the baby. Can you keep Suzanne? You are the godmother.
Well, not officially.
It'll just be until I figure something out.
You know, I'm always on the road, but I can write you a check for whatever you need.
Looks like he needs more than money right now, Lorraine.
Oh, I'm not sure how much help I'd be in the baby department, Ella. I don't know nothing about changing diapers. Do you?
Today is my late Grandma Joanne's birthday, and we celebrate it every year. Grandma Ella makes a big deal of it. You'd think my mom would too, but celebrating her dead birth mother's birthday seems to be a chore for her, almost like she dreads the day. I wonder if my mom has always felt this way. I wonder if the memories of her mother have ever brought her joy, comfort, or peace. I wonder if she knows how she found herself in the care of my Grandma Ella. And if she doesn't, I wonder if she wants to know.
Jazz, do you still want me here for this part?
Yeah, I want to talk to both you and Mommy. Okay, Mommy, can you please say your name for me?
Suzanne.
Okay, can you preface it with my name is and say your full name?
My name is Suzanne Sands.
Perfect. So, today is a special day. Today is
Joe's heavenly birthday.
Do you both still feel connected to Joanne?
Of course.
Mainly through stories. I was barely a year old when she passed, so I don't feel connected to her in the same way your grandmother does.
Did you know Grandma and Joanne dated?
No.
Okay. Can you try to avoid audible sighs and one-word responses, please?
I love that you're so bossy. Sometimes. Sometimes I love it. Sometimes it's deeply irritating.
I think your inability to answer questions is deeply irritating.
No, I did not know my mother dated my dead mother. I didn't find out about this until recently.
How did you feel when you found out?
I felt like I would have been fine never knowing that.
Would you say that you'd preferred to not have been told?
Yes.
So the one-worded responses are just going to be your thing.
Sorry.
It's fine. Well, do you wish I never told you about me being queer?
Oh. That's different.
I don't think so. Why do you think so?
It is. It's different. You're my girl. Look, it's not that I wish you never told me. I just don't know if I needed to be told.
So that coming out speech I rehearsed was a waste of time. That's so cool. I love that.
I'm sure your dad appreciated the talk you gave us.
Why bring Dad into this? I mean, but you didn't appreciate it?
I didn't say that.
Okay, well, I didn't appreciate you being so dismissive and homophobic.
I'm pretty sure we've had this conversation already. Are you just trying to get me on film saying it so you can play it over and over again? Is that what we're doing now? Really, why are we doing this? Why are you... Look, Jazmine, I was just shocked. My reaction was out of character. You know that. I was just as surprised by my own response to your coming out as you were.
That doesn't make sense. Can you say more?
What else do you want me to say?
More.
Now you're doing the one-word thing?
Jazz, your mother has since come around. That's what matters most.
No, she hasn't. Why are you on her side right now? We're coddling a grown adult. She just accused me of, playing this over and over again. I don't know what she's doing right now. I mean, this is not someone that's changed.
I don't need to be here. You can do your little film without me. So treat me with respect. I am trying to come around.
You're trying. Why is it so hard for you to simply accept it? I mean, everyone around you can comprehend acceptance. Why can't you? Can you just get with the times?
Look, Jazmine, between your coming out and Mommy's, this is all just a lot of new information for me. I need time to unpack it for myself.
How much time?
How much time did it take for you to accept your queerness? How much time did that take?
Now you're so curious. That's interesting. You don't get to know.
Why? You're asking me about time. You're asking me about time in relation to identity. I'm asking you, how much time did it take for you to accept your queerness? Be honest.
Honestly, it took a lot longer than I would have liked, because truly the only thing slowing down my process was you.
You didn't answer the question, which tells me everything. You want everything your way.
I want everything my way. I'm asking you an honest question about how long is it going to take you for you to accept me, and now it's about me, and me wanting things to always be on my terms. That's a wild thing to say.
Look, I don't know how much time it will take me.
Sorry, you don't get to not know. I need answers. Why is it so hard for you?
It just is. I'd always thought my mother had to have done something really awful for God to take her from me. And when I was a kid, There were quite a few people who told me that God struck her because she had relationships with women, so I associated my mother's death with her fluidity all my life.
Oh, baby. My sweet baby. I'm so sorry. I should have...
It's fine. You didn't know, and I mean, how could you? You were busy trying to rid the world of racism. So, Jazz, when you came out to us, I got scared, and I thought God would...
Kill me?
I know it sounds crazy.
Do you still feel that way?
What I know and what I feel aren't always in agreement.
That's very obvious.
I can't wait. I really hope I'm alive. When you're 40 or 50 years old, and we can have this conversation again, and your heart may be more understanding, and my heart may be more understanding. Just know that I love you.
And just know that I need you to be the parent and to do a better job at it.
What do you want, child? Sighs on the sparrow, and I know he watches you.
I can't write this speech with all your singing and this baby crying.
Can you take her?
Why are you crying, Mama? Did you give her a bottle?
I fed her, I changed her, sang her a fucking song and everything.
It's okay. It's okay.
I don't think Vincent plans on taking her back anytime soon.
He just needs some time to himself.
It's been months, Ella. I can't raise no kid. I gotta go back to LA to shoot this movie. Then I got the tour.
My dear, what do you always say about living in the moment?
This moment got a child. There's not much living we can do with a baby.
It's just a different type of living. It's only temporary.
What if Vincent doesn't come back?
Hello?
Ella?
Kathy? What's wrong?
I need help.
Okay. I'm on my way. I have to go over to Kathy's.
She always needs something.
She's pregnant, and you know Joe isn't much help. I'll be back.
You can't just leave me here with her. She'll start crying if you leave.
My parents will be back home to help any minute. Okay? Love you both. Jesus. Kathy, what happened? Is Joe, is he breathing?
Hi, Ella. My name is Barbara Graves. I'm the latest addition to your legal team. Is it okay if I start off with prayer? It's what I like to do before we begin each meeting.
Sure.
Father God, we come before you seeking your mercy for all the ways we have fallen short. I pray that you give Ella wisdom. And please, Lord, grant her protection from those who would seek to harm her. May you guide both of our steps, and let thy will be done. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. So before I get into my questions for you, do you have any for me?
How is Kathy doing?
Kathy is not my client, so I'm not sure. How are you, Ella?
I've been
We don't have much time here, so I want to be crystal clear on the facts. There can't be any holes in your alibi, understand?
Understood.
So tell me where you were at the time of the crime.
I was with a friend of mine.
Which friend?
Lorraine.
Giovanni?
Mm-hmm.
Did you attend her concert?
No.
Were you two in the company of other people?
No.
So, the rumors are true.
What rumors?
There are rumors about the two of you shacking up. Is there any truth to that?
Does it matter either way?
It's not the greatest narrative for an alibi, but it's better than the one that paints you as a murderer. So yeah.
Right. What about Lorraine? What would happen to her life if this hearsay became public?
I think you have an idea of exactly what could happen. Listen, we have limited time, Ella. So I don't think I should spend it validating your concerns for people not in this room.
Okay. Barbara, are you an honest attorney or the dishonest type?
I'm honest with my clients.
Do you think you can plead my case without throwing Kathy under the bus?
May I ask why you're so worried about Kathy?
I feel responsible.
Or is there something you're not telling me? Because I thought Joe had already passed away before you arrived.
No. Right, he was gone by the time I arrived, but I'm the one who told her to defend herself. I should have just focused on getting her out of that relationship.
Ella, you need to know that you didn't do anything wrong. Kathy survived a dispute that could have killed her. You did your best to protect your friend. But you won't be able to protect her or anyone else you care about from behind these prison walls.
But do you really think I have a chance of getting out of here?
I don't think a judge gets to determine your future.
So, you're confident in the jury that's been selected?
There's no way to know how the jury will decide. But they don't get to determine your future either.
I'm sorry, is there some other legal body I'm not familiar with that has a say in my case?
The court doesn't have the final say over your life, Ella. If you want to be a sacrificial scapegoat for a crime you didn't commit, you can be just that. But if you want to get out of here, we will get you out.
What do you mean?
The Lord works in mysterious ways. His wonders to perform.
Can you talk more about the trial and how you found yourself stuck in between Kathy's mess?
Look, I don't really care to talk about that time in my life, but for you, Jazmine, I'll go there. I thought about taking the fall for Kathy, but I didn't have much choice in the end. The cops contrived that narrative before I could make a decision for myself. Before I knew it, every news station was reporting that I killed Joe. Rumors about him being an informant, spying on the BLC started to circulate, and people, both white and black, started to believe that I killed him.
Thank you for offering to pay my bail.
You don't need to thank me. It's not like they approved it.
Still, I appreciate it. I appreciate you. Everything you're doing, working with Leroy and the BLC to get me out of here, I know how irritating those guys can be.
Your lawyer tells me you're thinking about pleading guilty.
My lawyer isn't supposed to be speaking to you or anyone for that matter about my case.
When you start talking crazy, folks feel like they need to intervene.
If I plead guilty now, I could get a deal. Do less time.
You shouldn't have to do any time, Ella. You didn't kill that man.
If I don't do time, they'll go after Kathy.
She's the one who killed her husband.
She was defending herself.
And she can tell the police that.
And how's that going to help? Kathy would lose her mind in here.
And so will you.
She has a baby on the way, Lorraine.
And what about Suzanne? First, her mother dies. No one knows where her father's run off to. And now you're in jail.
You'll take good care of her. Can you promise me that?
Look, I don't think I need to hear any more of these stories. Jazz, I understand why you want to know certain things, but this really, it doesn't do anything for me.
Okay, can you just, hold on for 1 second?
No, look, I don't have anything else to say.
Oh, baby. Dear, I'm so sorry. I should have...
I'm fine. It's fine. You don't have to apologize. Y'all carry on.
Suzanne.
Mommy, I'm fine. I just need a moment.
Sweetie.
Can you just let me be? It's really what you do best, so can you just do that, please?
No. No, I can't. Not this time.
Mommy, am I bad? Am I a bad? I must be. I fucked up. I fucked her up.
No, you didn't. I fucked up. Look, I should have been more present. I wasn't a very good mother.
Stop. That's not true.
It is.
It's not true, Mommy. I don't know. I don't know where I went wrong with Jazmine. I don't know if it's something that I did.
This is nothing compared to the way you and I used to go at it.
I just thought I would be better than you at this.
And you are.
You did so many things right, you know. And you never would have hurt me the way I just hurt Jazz.
Oh, she knows you love her.
I don't know about that. I don't think she's convinced, Mommy. And I don't know how to convince her.
Yes, you do. It doesn't have to be this way. You have everything you need to make this right.
Okay, well, you know, I'm just gonna go run to the bank. I have to hurry. I've got to go run to the bank.
Mommy, I need your love.
What? My what?
The mic.
Oh. Fuck. It's stuck. I can't get it off.
Let me help you.
I'm gonna stop by that ice cream place you like after the bank. You want to come?
Aren't they closed on Thursdays?
Oh, right. Yeah. Well, we could go get those cookies you like from...
Oh, from the bakery that you never have time to drive to. Are you bribing me into forgiving you?
I'm just trying to find a way to talk to you. Look, I need to go. So, you know what? Just text me if you want anything.
Okay, Mom. Wait. Let me put this equipment away. So at the beginning of Ali's trial, you were very vocal and supportive of her, and you called for her release at one of your concerts, and in an interview with William Davis for BDNYC News, you said, quote,
"Everyone should be outraged by what's happening to our sister Ella Ali, and everyone should be doing their part to get her free."
The public hype around Dr. Ali's case was short-lived, and after a while, it seemed like you stopped showing up for her too. Is that what happened?
I did as much as I could to help Ella. I know she thinks I abandoned her, but after she told me she wanted to protect Kathy, I thought she had given up. I couldn't risk losing everything I had if she wasn't gonna fight for herself.
Lorraine, there is too much money on the line for you to drag your name down with this bitch.
I've told you about calling Ella a bitch. And you need to stop being so goddamn dramatic.
They have your letters.
What letters? Sean, what letters?
The ones that you sent Ella. Do you know how much money I had to pay that cat? To keep them from printing that shit in the paper? Did you mean what you said in those letters? That you love her? MGM don't like that you've been doing all these interviews trying to help that Ella get free. They talking about ending your contract. Now look, if you want to fuck up your career, then you go right on ahead. I mean, shit, you done enough damage as it is.
How can I repair it? The damage.
Sean, do you take Lorraine to be your wife? To live together in holy matrimony, to love her, to honor her, to comfort her, and to keep her in sickness and in health, forsaking all others for as long as you both shall live?
I do.
And Lorraine, do you take this man to be your husband, to live together in holy matrimony, to love him, to honor him, to comfort him, and to keep him in sickness and in health, forsaking all others for as long as you both shall live?
I do.
By virtue of the authority vested in me under God and the laws of the state of California, I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss your bride.
Can you tell me about your wedding day? The one to Sean.
Everyone who was anyone was at the wedding, except Ella, of course. I don't remember much of it. The photos suggest I had a good time, but not good enough to recall a thing. We didn't have time for a honeymoon, so we renamed the tour the Honeymoon Tour. And right after the ceremony, we hit the road.
What made the judge decide to grant you freedom?
Right before my trial started, the judge passed away. Then one of the attorneys on the prosecution team got into a car accident that disabled him. Then, during court, one of the jurors had a heart attack. She survived, but after that, folks started saying my case was cursed. So no one wanted to touch it. Eventually, it was dismissed. I was lucky. There are some political prisoners still doing time today for crimes that the state fabricated.
What did you do when you learned your case was dropped and you were getting released?
I couldn't believe it when they told me I was getting out. And Lorraine was the first person I wanted to see. And as soon as I was freed, I saw her on the cover of the New York Times in a wedding dress under the headline, Lorraine Giovanni marries former musician and manager, Sean White. Reading that article crushed my spirit. But I still had to see Lorraine.
Ella does not like to fly, not even private.
But I got on a plane to California anyhow.
I was doing a sound check for the tour when Ella showed up to the venue. Word that she had been released from prison hadn't gotten to me yet, so I was nothing but shocked to see her. I couldn't even talk.
Lorraine? You, all of a sudden don't know how to speak? They dismissed my case. Dropped all the charges.
All the charges? You're free? Oh, praise God! I gotta go to church now. I told the Lord I'd go back to church if they let you out. I might have to record a gospel record, too.
You got married?
Nothing has to change.
So much has already changed. As soon as I get out of prison, you go and build one for yourself.
We'll figure something out. We always do.
Miss Giovanni, they're ready for you.
Lorraine's wedding and my grandmother's release from prison should have been the most joyful times of their lives, but they both tell me it was the most despairing. When I went back to Lorraine's discography, I was struck by her first single following her wedding. I find myself listening, thinking about what would happen to Lorraine and my grandma. Who would she become? And who baby Suzanne would have grown into? Isn't it rich? Isn't it queer?
Isn't it rich? Are we a pair? Me here at last on the ground, you in midair. Where are the clouds? Isn't it bliss? Don't you approve? One who keeps staring around, one who can't move. Where are the clouds? Send in the clouds. Just when I stopped opening doors, finally knowing the one that I wanted was yours, making my entrance again with my usual flair, sure of my lights, no one is there. Don't you love farce? My fault, I fear. I thought that you'd want what I want. Sorry, my dear. And where are the clouds? Send in the clouds. Don't bother, they're here. Isn't it rich? Isn't it queer? Losing my timing this late in my career. And where are the clouds? There ought to be clouds.
Thank you for listening to Red for Revolution. No justice, no peace. We hope this episode reminds you that you are worthy of love, safety, and justice. Red for Revolution was created, written, and directed by Jana Naomi Smith, with musical direction by Tammy L. Hall and sound design by Colin Gerald Thomas. The series was executive produced by Renee Wilson, Jana Smith, and Meta Mana Media, and produced by Liz McBee. This episode featured performances by Jordan Hull as Jazmine James, S. Ipatha Murkison as Ella Ali, present day, Loretta Devine as Lorraine Giovanni, present day, Rutina Wesley as Ella Ali in the 1970s, Renee Wilson as Lorraine Giovanni in the 1970s, Anjanou Ellis Taylor as Dolores Ali, Danny Glover as Howard Ali, Jennifer Beals as Suzanne Sands, Vanessa E. Williams as Barbara Graves, Don Daniels as Sean, Jonelle Kennedy as news reporter, Mark Thompson as William Davis, Caro Guzman as Kathy, Miles A.G. as Vincent and Preacher, Xavier Miles Temple as Nightclub Runner. And this is Adrienne Marie Brown, your sonic guide to this experience. Our associate producers were Jordan Hull, Adrian Snag, and Vanessa E. Williams.
For Radiotopia Presents, Yori Lasordo is the managing producer. Audrey Mardovich is the executive producer. Red for Revolution is part of Radiotopia Presents, a podcast feed that debuts limited-run, artist-owned series from new and original voices. Listen and subscribe on the iHeartRadio app or wherever you get your podcasts.
Our Red for Revolution band includes Tammy L. Hall on piano, Coffee Brown on electric bass, Ruth Davies on acoustic bass, Ruthie Price on drums, Kristen Strom on saxophone and flute, and percussionist Vicki Randall. All original music written and composed by Tammy L. Hall and Jana Naomi Smith. The music featured in this episode includes Send in the Clowns, written by Stephen Sondheim, performed by Renee Wilson and Jordan Hull, courtesy of Warner Chappell Music Incorporated. The team behind Red for Revolution would like to thank everyone who helped bring this project to life. To view the complete credit and gratitude list, please see the show notes or visit redforrevolution.com. This has been your Sonic Goddess, Adrienne Marie Brown. Thank you for listening.